Paizo just announced a system-neutral open RPG license. For the last several weeks, so that's all rumor. Paizo owner Lisa Stevens and Paizo president Jim Butler were designers on Dungeons & Dragons team at Wizards at the time. Brian Lewis, co-founder of Azora Law, the intellectual property firm. Let's zoom up on that because I'm sure you all are straining your eyes. Let's get there. Yeah, sure. Legal firm for the OGL itself. Paizo has worked very closely on OGL-related issues with Ryan Dancy, the visionary who conceived the OGL in the first place. Paizo does not believe the OGL 1.0a can be deauthorized, ever. While we are prepared to argue that point in the court of law, if need be, we don't want to have to do that, and we know that many of our fellow publishers are not in a position to do so. We have no interest whatsoever in Wizards' new OGL. In fact, we have a plan that we believe will irrevocably and unquestionably keep alive the spirit of the open game license. Paizo has evolved. The parts of the OGL that we ourselves value have changed. When we needed to quickly bring out Pathfinder First Edition to continue publishing our monthly adventures back in 2008, using Wizards language was important and expeditious. But in our non-RPG products, including our Pathfinder Tales novels and Pathfinder Adventure card game and others, we shifted our focus away from D&D tropes to lean harder into ideas from our own writers. By the time we went to work on Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Wizards of the Coast's open game content was significantly less important to us, and so our designers and developers wrote the new edition without using Wizards' copyrighted expressions of any game mechanics. While we still published it under the OGL, the reason was no longer to allow Paizo to use Wizards' expressions, but to allow other companies to use our expressions. We believe, as we always have, that open gaming makes better, improves profitability for all involved, and enriches the community of gamers who participate in this amazing hobby. And so we invite gamers from around the world to join us as we begin the next great chapter of open gaming with the release of a new open, perpetual, and irrevocable. I love that this has become a memed word for this entire thing. Open RPG Creative License. The new Open RPG Creative License will be built system agnostic for independent game publishers under the legal guidance of Azora Law, an intellectual property law firm that represents Paizo and several other game publishers. Paizo will pay for this legal work. We invite game publishers worldwide to join us in support of this system agnostic license that allows all games to provide their own unique open rules reference documents and that opens up their individual game systems to the world. To join the effort and provide feedback on the drafts of this license, please sign up using this form. In addition to Paizo, Sarah. In addition to Paizo, Kobold Press, Chaosium, Green Ronin, Legendary Games, Rogue Genius Games, and a growing list of publishers have already agreed to participate in the Open RPG Creative License, and in the coming days, we hope and expect to add substantially to this group. They're calling it the ORC. Oh, that's great! The ORC will not be owned by Paizo, nor will it be owned by any company who makes money publishing RPGs. Azora Law's ownership of the process and stewardship should provide a safe harbor against any company being bought, sold, or changing management in the future in attempting to rescind rights or nullify sections of the license. Ultimately, we plan to find a nonprofit with a history of open source values to own this license, such as the Linux Foundation. Of course, Paizo plans to continue publishing Pathfinder and Starfinder, and even as we move away from the open gaming license. Since months' worth of products are still at the printer, you'll see the familiar OGL 1.0a at the back of our products for a while yet. While the Open RPG Creative License is being finalized, we'll be printing Pathfinder and Starfinder products without any license, and we'll add to the finished license to those products when the new license is complete. We hope that you will continue to support Paizo and other game publishers in this difficult time for the entire hobby. You can do your part by supporting the many companies that have provided content under the OGL. Support Pathfinder and Starfinder by visiting our local game store, your local game store, subscribing to Pathfinder and Starfinder, or taking advantage of discount code OpenGaming during checkout for 25% off your purchase of the Core Rulebook Pocket Edition, Pathfinder Beginning Support. Guys, WotC is gonna have a kind of hard time of all this.
What? That is...
That's big.
I am...
This was gonna happen.
Wow.
This was bound to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Wizards was operating under a license that they already were like, well, we didn't make the game, but like, we own this, we own the name. If we look at what D&D is today, it is not D&D as it was back then. So really all they own is a system called 5e and an IP. So like, they've been really, really lucky that D&D is basically the Sharpie of TTRPGs. And they can basically say whatever they want to say is D&D. God, I'm like, I don't know that I would say that this is going to be the thing that like, I don't know that I will say that this is going to be the thing that absolutely causes WotC to turn tail.
I think this saves a lot of third-party creators' paychecks. Because I don't know, I'm not. This is something that I wanted to talk to you about. Because I think I'm still going to publish my adventure as 5e, but I think I'm going to also do a Pathfinder version of it.
Sure.
Like logistically, how difficult is it to take something from D&D to Pathfinder if you just need to like change? I don't know if you need to change like certain things.
Are you talking legally, or are you talking like the actual mechanics that I need to change?
Like the actual if I wanted to take my game as it is now, since you've been working on it and you're familiar with it, if I wanted to take it from being a 5e adventure to being a Pathfinder adventure, logistically, how much work goes into that?
So
obviously I have to learn how to play Pathfinder first.
Yeah. Legally, you're probably pretty fine. What I've seen that you've operated in, trying to see your message and it's not coming up for me. Paizo is looking like a pretty moral choice right now. Orc forever. Join the Orc Horde, I guess is what so I am actually, I just today, I had him on stream. I'm going to be talking with the guys at Battle Zoo a little bit more, because I'm going to be figuring some stuff out with that too. So, like, Pathfinder's skill check system is something that you'd have to, like, kind of adapt some stuff around, right? Taron G, thank you so much for following. That's some stuff that you would have to, changing a couple words or whatever.
See, mechanics are not hard. Stuff in D&D that are not in Pathfinder 2e, that's just a drag. That's fair. I don't really have much of... I don't really have much D&D stuff within my adventure. Basically, like, just to give y'all like the deets on it, because I've already played it live on stream if anyone wants to check it out. But basically, it was just a love letter to my first campaign, and it sets a party in a magic item that basically is a modified version of the Magnificent Mansion spell, and they get trapped in that mansion, and they have to find their way out, and the entire mansion is just one big puzzle.
Yeah.
And I think I have the Magnificent Mansion spell listed and Mimics listed, and that's about it.
I don't think, from what I remember, I don't think you used anything that was OGL requiring. I don't think you even used anything that was like reliant on the SRD. And if you did, I can show you all kinds of fun little tricks to get around all that crap.
Yeah, I'll have you help me with it.
Yeah. Change your place font. Okay, more font. Oh crap. Hang on. Uh-oh. Illustrator is chugging.
It's time for the second act, the War of the Orcs and the OGLers.
Do what?
I'm reading in chat. The story arc has been going wild. Now it's time for the second act. The War of the Orcs and the OGLers. And don't forget to save your work.
Yes.
Can we make the OGL like an actual monster? Let's give it some stats.
The ogle.
The ogle.
Beware the ogle and its deceptions. It is a greedy beast. Shoes on your gold,